station, we learned one very important thing while we were traveling was to look up strikes for trains, and also Ellen and I learned for planes, because there's plane strikes we learned.
And the president was bad.
When the girls took a trip to Milan just for the heck of it, and on our way back, we discovered that no trains were running except for the very expensive ones. So we wound up in Verona for 7 hours in the pouring rain, and we sat in McDonald's the whole time. And we had to keep buying things so they wouldn't kick us out. But train travel was one of a very awesome point of travel, because traveling by plane I hate it so much, but a train was nice and smooth, and they had outlets for if you needed to plug in things, and they had snacks go by. And it was so awesome because you could just get from point A to point B and you didn't have to care about how you got there. Except night trains are really, really bad. Don't take a night train because they don't tell you what stops are what. Learned that the hard way. Had to stay awake for
And they yell for your passport.
Yeah, and they yell for your little ticket all the time. Okay. So this is just a wrap up of everything we've talked about. What I remember most about being there was looking out and seeing a postcard outside my house all the time. And just seeing the beautiful mountains and the sky. It was always so pretty. No matter what was going on, it was always beautiful outside. And you could just look down and see vineyards and see the city of Milan up there. And you could see pretty much the whole valley just from looking outside your window. It was pretty amazing. This was a view we got very familiar with. It would take us down to the vineyard. And this was one of the things that I don't think I would have ever experienced if I hadn't gone to visit Italy. And the castle is just such a magical place, and I thought this picture really kind of captured the quality of it, because it's a castle, that's pretty awesome. Not many people have been to castles in general. And this is the turret and a little part. That's part of Cito and Brigida's apartment. I thought it was cool. Huh?
Creeping almost.
Yeah, creeping. Yeah. This is on the roof. Okay. And this was what was called the Knight's Room. And what I thought this applied to was everything just seemed so magical. Even though this is a piano and this is a table. We were in Italy looking at these normal things in this beautiful atmosphere and the beautiful castle walls. It was just such an amazing experience. And as much as Betsy hates this picture, even an ordinary picnic is turned completely amazing by just this background. It looks like we're photoshopped in. And these sandwiches, never had a sandwich this amazing in my life. Just throwing that out there. That was the best sandwich ever. Okay. And we tried some very interesting foods while we were there. I'm a very, very, very picky eater, not as much as Jess though. And we tried so many different foods and had so many different flavors. It was pretty amazing. This I just thought was funny because it looks like a glazed snail or something. You didn't know what she was getting into when she ordered that one. And once again, this was in Milan. It's something I would never see in my life. I had never seen a church this grandiose, this amazing, ever in my life. This is we walked past this a million times, but it never really stopped being wow. And Rome was a place that I thought would be lame because it was so touristy, but I got really into the Colosseum, made up songs, various and sundry things. Rome isn't just a tourist trap, it's a very beautiful city that has so much interesting history and culture. Okay. And I have a very, very deep love-hate relationship with Venice. Having traveled for many hours and then having to find our way to the hostel by ourselves was pretty miserable, but Venice itself is very beautiful, and everybody was so willing to help us find our way, even though it was never really helpful in any way, shape, or form. And I learned of a new love while I was in Venice. Oh, well, I'll get back to that. But this was actually in Ireland. I wanted to throw in the fact that in fall break we got to go wherever we wanted, and Ellen and I made our way all the way to Ireland, which never would have considered doing in my life. And I just thought I'd throw that in there because it's also an amazing part of going to Italy, that you get to go other places as well. Okay. This is just a cool Colosseum at night picture because I love the Colosseum at all times. Okay. All right, this was my love in Venice. I became addicted to glass, especially the animals. I don't have the zoo anymore, just a small menagerie.
Whatever.
It was pretty bad actually. I would go in and immediately just like find glass animals everywhere. This was on Murano, the glass blowing island, and I got made fun of a lot that day. But I feel like it was a worthwhile investment. You know, a glass animal menagerie. How many people have that?
No.
Currently, I'm in a rehab program. It's a And this is my final picture. It was just an amazing trip, and I made friends with all these people, which I didn't really know that well beforehand. Especially my bandmate Dylan. You know, we have a band now. And I just wanted to say that it was an amazing experience, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. And this PowerPoint was brought to you by Catherine Farley.